Alright.
So that was a fun logic train of thought there.
Well, no, there's still one thing left.
There's still one thing. Oh, God, here we go.
We need to make sure that there's a scene in the movie where Cortex has a ray that shoots some Wumpa fruit, and they turn into zany little characters that middle-aged women on Facebook can share memes about.
Oh no, sorry, I think you're talking about the unevolved bandicoots. In their little bandicoot village. That's 100% gonna be that.
I don't know, I'm just imagining like Wumpa fruit with just like little...
And
like, you know, like stick figure black line arms and legs and like big eyes.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, we're the Wumpalings! And then one of them starts twerking.
Oh, fuck that. Like, it was salvageable until that point, though, bizarrely. Oh, come on! So close.
You didn't win.
Oh, and what you do is Uka Uka is purely there as a post-credits teaser for the sequel.
Yeah. He shows up and he's like, fine, I'll do it myself. And then proceeds to not do anything for the next like 8 movies.
Mm-hmm. Well, we gotta set up the Sony Cinematic Universe.
The Sony PlayStation All-Stars Cinematic Universe.
So you have your Spyro movie, your Uncharted movie, your Tomb Raider movie, your Sly Cooper movie, your Ratchet and Clank movie.
We've had several Tomb Raider movies.
That's true, but
they didn't go so well.
No, but like I'm thinking, because if one's animated, they all sort of have to be. Otherwise, when you bring them all together, it's just not going to work.
I don't know, because I feel like Uncharted, you kind of have to do that live action, otherwise the whole movie is Uncanny Valley.
It's just Tintin.
Yeah.
It's the Tintin movie.
Yeah. And like, that's an okay movie, but it looks really weird and uncomfortable.
Yeah. See if you can guess what the trick for this crystal challenge is.
Don't die. This is just when the bob-ombs start raining in sudden death and Smash.
So you can actually, if you're good enough, you can actually use this to your advantage. Like you can stand near someone and then like have the nitro fall on top of them. But it eats up significantly more of your health than it does of them, so you don't want to risk it because of it. Oh, come on.
So are they specifically aiming for you, or is it random? Right,
specifically aiming for you. That's why I'm moving around more than I need to. There we go. And that's the first warp room.
Hooray!
It's... Yep, just under an hour. Alright, first boss fight time.
I do like that it's just under an hour. Half of that was Crash Ball.
Pretty much. Okay. So the boss fights always use one of the gameplay mechanics that you've already done, essentially, and
okay.
put a little twist on it.
Crash Ball boss fight.
That's the last boss.
Oh dear.
Alright, so this is Papu Papu. And once we get to Warp Room 2, we'll have even more hypotheticals to pass the time.
Yeah.
So for some reason he has little Crash minions, which is... It just reeks of, we want to reuse assets. Because he never once uses...
Yeah.
Like, if it was like a completely fleshed out game, it'd probably be a little tribesman.
What's the lore behind fake Crash?
I don't know if there is any. He just shows up. Like in terms of in game, he just shows up at one point. But like he's based on a horrible bootleg Japanese plushie
Right.
that looks pretty much exactly like Fake Crash looks in game. So you can imagine that that was a state-of-the-art toy. So this is in a stark contrast to the rest of the game. Not really that challenging a boss.
Well, it's Papu Papu.
Yeah. Okay. Water and one. And now I'm gonna do something that I've never done before in this marathon, and that's gonna piss off my brother. I'm gonna save. Because for the love of God, I don't want. Okay, I don't want to have to redo all this. I can't be bothered going back.
Off the buff.
Off buff. Hopefully, me calling myself buff will psychologically make me better at the rest of the game.
Put that energy into the universe.
Absolutely. Okay. I will say Crash Bash is significantly more fun when you're playing multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like, maybe not adventure mode co-op.
Well, yeah.
But like when you're just doing
like
party mode.
Party mode, obviously. Like, it's clearly built for that. So.
Yeah. And you use the adventure mode to unlock all the mini games that you don't have unlocked from the beginning.
Okay.
So this is the second Crash Ball variant.
Oh boy.
One thing you'll notice immediately.
Much slower.
Unless you use the X button and whee! And it's obviously like, so the computer loves to use the X button. What they don't, okay, well that was a bad example. The computer loves to use the X button in this variant of the game. What they aren't ready for is when you just press square after you do so and reflect it back at them. Because what they expect you to do is use X again to just send it back. But come on, Embryo. Why can I never set, like, fucking hell. I just want to demonstrate.
Stop being bad.
See, there we go. I say what they don't expect, like they're that, you know, enhanced in AI. Chill.
How many can you hold at once?
It's less about how many you can hold at once and more how long you can hold the button.
Okay.
Because if you hold it for too long, they just sort of
they'll just let go
they'll
automatically.
just detach, yeah.
So here's a question for you.
I'm so glad you're posing one.
Have you been playing any games other than Crash lately? And if so, what are they?
Not particularly. Mainly because now that I've got a setup where I can record games, I kind of want to save playing games for that.
Yeah, you were saying that in some of the earlier ones.
I've been grinding up Pokemon, if that means anything. I'm trying to get everything to level 100 in game.
Yeah.
Just so that, like, when new stuff comes in, I can max raid with anything.
Yeah.
And also just because, again, I like to have everything be uniform. I've got everything in game with their hidden abilities.
Okay.
I managed to work out how to do that. Because currently, with the addition of Armor,
yeah.
everything in Sword and Shield through the max raid battles can get their hidden ability except for the fossils.
Okay.
So when you see a raid den with a purple light, that one's guaranteed to be hidden ability.
Alright.
And 5-star raids have them sometimes. But also a lot of the gift Pokemon that you get just in general. Like all of the, you know how there's the Alolan Diglett thing?
Yeah.
All of those gift Pokemon are hidden ability. Because there's no other way to get them in game, essentially. So yeah, I did that now.
I don't think I finished that. I think I've still got like 2 Diglett left.
See, that's just really. That's a little more difficult because now you've got to be like, where have I explored?
Well, there's the signpost next to the guy that will tell you how many is left in each area.
Yeah.
So at the very least, because like I know they're both in the same area.
Oh, okay,
I think.
that's handy. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Actually, the Crash Ball variant is one of my favorite to play. It's just not great for.
It definitely looks like this is more involved.
Oh yeah, there's a lot to do. Like you're pretty much always on. Come on. Come on. He's only got 1 left. There we go. If actually that makes it more difficult for me that he's gone because I have to aim at the sides now.
Yeah.
Ah. No! God, if I lose in a trophy match, that's just embarrassing. Damn it. Okay, well, I'm embarrassed then.
How embarrassing for you.
I know. Will I find a game in this marathon that I am good at any point? I don't think I will. Well, so what games have you been playing recently then?
Well, last night I finished the main story of Control. So that game's really good. I've still got the DLCs to do and like cleaning up all the side missions and stuff. So
yeah.
I'll get to that. I'll do the first DLC first, and then I have to play Alan Wake before I can touch the other one because it's basically a crossover.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because they're like. So how much do you know about Control?
It's a game.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, the setting is this like government bureau of control, and they're like. Have you heard of the SCP Foundation and stuff like that?
No.
So it's like weird and paranormal activity that's like for example, there's a fridge that if someone isn't looking at it every like second of every day, it can just like teleport around and go on a killing rampage.
A fridge.
And a fridge, yeah.
Okay. Is this game designed to be taken seriously?
I mean, like, there's obviously, like, sillier elements to it, but for the most part, yeah, it's serious.
I say that as a joke, obviously. Like, anything with the right writing could be taken seriously.
Like, it's definitely got a sense of humor about some of the sillier things.
God,
like,
damn it.
one of the side missions is, like, one of the areas is called the Panopticon, and that's like basically the containment area for all of the they're called objects of power, or OOPS. And like you go around and look at them all, and like they're mostly just there for fluff, but there's a get well balloon, and you can find the like reading attached. It's like the service dogs in a hospital just latched onto these balloons for some reason, and during the night they walked around the hospital howling. The children described it as singing. The next morning, all of the dogs were dead.
Yikes.
Yeah, so it's just like it's like weird little short horror stories basically, where it's just like we found this rubber duck and it was cursed.
Okay.
So you're exploring this place. You become the new head of the bureau.
What if your fridge was a serial killer?
Basically, yeah. there were a few, because it's made by the same company that made Alan Wake, Remedy.
Okay. I figured it had to have been.
Yeah, so like, there's a couple of documents that are like, oh, there was this incident, this is the report on that incident we investigated in that town where that writer's wife went missing and he had to go find her, and then all this weird spooky shit happened. And now DLC has come out that is like explicitly like, now you're seeing visions of Alan Wake, the writer, writing about the events of this DLC chapter.
I see.
So like, I have not played Alan Wake yet. I watched a friend play like half of it at a sleepover once, I want to say, but that was like probably
Jesus Christ.
just after Alan Wake had come out.
Right.
So that's like, I don't know, maybe fucking 10 years ago or something.
So the fun thing about playing single player is if you've died, you can just press X to skip ahead to the winner.
Fair enough.
From the CPU. Doesn't change the fact that I'm sucking ass at the moment. God.
Alan Wake, yeah, came out 2010, so probably around 10 years ago.
What do you mean probably around 10 years ago?
Well, I mean, it could
10 years ago?
No, I mean, I saw it played probably around 10 years
Right.
ago. It could have been after the game had been out for a while.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so I'll clean up some of the side quests in that first DLC, then I'll play Alan Wake and go back to that. The other main thing I've been playing at the moment is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on the Switch.
So this is your, what, third playthrough of the original Xenoblade Chronicles?
More like second and a half.
Okay. Because I know you were playing it
I played through it once.
on 3DS a while ago.
Yeah, I played through it once, then I started another playthrough at some point and just never really finished it. But now that the definitive edition's out, I'm playing that. It's also a very good game. I'm really feeling it.
Ah, that's the meme.
Yeah.
He never says that in the game, does he?
No, he does.
Ah. See,
Like,
I heard that
not-
was like a mistranslation in the trailer, and that's when it got memed a bunch. In his reveal trailer, rather. In Shulk's reveal trailer for Smash 4.
No, he says it in the game.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's just like ambient battle dialogue when he like gets a buff or something. It's not like a line he says in
I
the
see,
game and
right.
has like some sort of significance. It's like there's all kinds of shit like that. Like it's like it's rhyme time and shit like that.
There we go.
But yeah, good game. Long game too.
Oh yeah, well it's a JRPG, you say?
Yeah. I think I mentioned it to you the first time I was playing it, but it was like every time I thought I was getting close to the final area, I would have something happen, and then it'd be like, anyway, you're about halfway through the game. I was like, sweet. Like there were points where I thought I was up to the final area and I didn't even have the full party yet. But yeah, very good game, very good characters. And it looks really good too. Like you see the side by side of the cutscenes from the Wii and 3DS version and the Switch version, and it's like, why are you calling this a re-release? This is not a port, Nintendo. Why would you say that's what it is? This is a full remaster.
Okay, neat. So that's what that is, sure. Have you seen the comparison footage of the Super Mario 3D All Stars?
No.
See, this gives you some idea of when this is being recorded. Remember back when at the beginning of this marathon, I was like, let's get all these games done before Crash 4 comes out. And
Yeah.
now it's less than a month out from Crash 4, and I'm on the 5th game in the franchise.
Out of how many?
Crash 4 is the 18th game. Jeez, out of context, that sounds like I'm talking about Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
So when that trailer dropped a couple nights ago for us, and presumably for everyone.
Well, yeah.
And I remember when, seeing the footage, it's like, oh, okay, so they just ported the games over to Switch.
Yeah.
And then like you look at side-by-side footage, and it's like, oh no, they really enhanced these.
Yeah.
Like even the Mario 64 footage, which looked the most like it was just the original game.
Yeah.
That's very clearly been upscaled quite a bunch.
I think part of that is, I feel like a game like Mario 64, a lot of people are more used to seeing it emulated than
That's
on the
true.
original hardware.
I know some people are like, oh, why aren't they full remakes? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Mario 64 diehards, you touch one thing about how that game plays, they'll be up in a fury.
And yet, Mario 64 DS is better.
Yeah.
It's got more shit. You can play as multiple different characters.
Again, I've played neither, but... And what a time for this remake to come out on Switch. Mere like weeks after I finally bought Mario Sunshine on GameCube. Like, great timing, Nintendo.
Yeah, I've never played Sunshine or original 64. I finished 64 DS, like not 100%, like
Sure.
every star, but I beat the final boss. That's enough.
Yeah. Not for me, but go on.
I played a bit of Galaxy a couple of times. I think I just sort of fell off. I don't know where exactly, but...
Galaxy 2 was my first 3D Mario game. I just like that Galaxy 2 is going to be the only console 3D Mario game that isn't on Switch after all this is said and done. Like, I always forget that 3D Land exists, so I gotta clarify console release.
Yeah.
Although, and I want it to be on record in video, so I can have this in writing if it happens. Galaxy 2, I'm betting, is going to end up being paid DLC for the 3D All-Stars at some point down the line.
Probably, yeah.
Like, it just makes kind of...
Then again, because they've got like this weird, like, timed availability even for the digital. Like, I'm not sure what their rationale is there.
I don't know.
Like, the best idea I've heard people say, like, why they think that's what it is, it's like, well, if people think they won't be able to buy it later, they'll buy it now, and, like, everyone will be in a rush to... Like, and they'll be in a rush to buy the Mario remakes, so, like, more money.
More money.
It's like... I guess, but also, like, wouldn't having the game be available for a much longer period of time ultimately get more sales in the long run?
There'll probably be a re-release at some point.
Like, physical...
I wouldn't bank on
like,
it, but...
like, physical release being timed, I guess, makes sense. But, like, why digital?
Maybe it must just be some 35th anniversary thing. Like I'm assuming if all the timing thing went according to the original schedule, it'd be out by now.
Well, yeah.
And maybe like a month or two away from being taken away.
But, like, I just...
So they extended the timing a few months afterwards, but...
But, like, they're not gonna take the game back from
No.
the people who've bought it. I guess
Unless they do.
theoretically,
It's massive.
theoretically they could do that for digital purchases.
Oh no, I would love to see
But
it
like
physical. I would love to see
physical,
that.
like they would have to literally track down everyone who's bought a copy.
That would be incredible though. You just get a knock on your door and it's the Nintendo police being like.
But then you're like, joke's on you. I've already traded it in, and someone's bought it secondhand. Now I'm imagining there's gonna be like some fucking people like the second it's no longer available. Mario 3D All Stars physical Switch, $500. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
going to happen.
Ah,
The scalpers are going to be there immediately. for
fuck
this one.
scalpers.
Yeah. If you're a scalper, you're worse than Hitler. Why are you suspiciously silent now? Back me up on this.
Man, I try and collect Transformers online, and it's like, all right, so there's this character that I can only get online because it's not available outside of the US. I will have a look on Amazon and see how much it is. Oh, $300 for one like deluxe class figure. I could buy a Titan class figure for that much.
Or like a desk.
Yeah.
I know I went to desk, but like furniture.
I do want to set up a desk and chair in the spare room.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is the spare room being used for anything at the moment?
There's a bed in there now.
Ah, neat.
Like it's
So
just
it's a spare room now.
it's just a single, but like, yeah. It's still mostly just shelves covered in Lego.
Fair. Jesus. Oh. Surprised to save that one. That said, I'm probably still gonna lose this round. I've got to focus on the monkey.
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 Oh, that was a good thing to happen. I'm not sure if that's what it was, but it happened. Oh!
You could still pull it out.
Okay.
It's gonna be close, but
Oh! Oh god!
one left.
One left for everyone. Okay,
Yeah.
just do this to yourself, though. Or... He did it! He did it to himself.
Very good.
Nice. Through no fault of my own, I have a gem. Okay. Still got a crystal.
Yep. How many more variations of Crash Ball are there?
After this, two.
Oh boy.
But they're bizarrely a lot more insane, so they're quicker.
But like, quicker or easier? Because if each round is quicker but the game is harder, they're still gonna take a while.
For now, I'll refuse to comment.
That fills
Just
me
in
with
case.
confidence.
Just in case.
Alright, so the beginning to this one is sometimes...
Oh, just random shields.
Yep.
Do you at least get random shields?
What do you think?
Oh boy.
Yep, that can happen. Just the worst timing on the planet. Alright, just because I'm unoriginal, go ahead, cast a Spyro movie.
Alright, Elijah Wood as Spyro. Gary Oldman as older dragon from Legend of
I
Spyro.
feel like this was very unfair.
David Spade and then Billy West and then Wayne Brady as Sparks.
Alright, now, cast a Spyro movie under Scoob rules and only cast people that have never done the role before.
Have you seen Scoob
I
yet?
haven't yet. I heard average things, so I was like, I can skip it.
Yeah, it's like...
I haven't seen actually many movies this year. Like, even old ones.
I don't know. Dick Dastardly was great, and he did nothing wrong. Like, it's the same thing it always is with Dick Dastardly. The only reason he's the villain is because he decides to actively be malicious in doing this thing that is in no way bad.
Yep.
Like, he could literally just explain what is happening and say, "Scoob, will you help me with this?" And he'd probably say, "Yeah, okay." But because he's, like, being evil and trying to kidnap him with robots and shit, he's the villain.
He's like, well, I got a name.
But that being said, he is the best part of the movie. Because, like, Fred, Daphne, and Velma being recast was, like, it wasn't too bad because they're barely in the movie.
Sure.
Will Forte, like, he's okay in other stuff I've seen. Like, I rewatched Clone High recently, and he plays Abe Lincoln, and he's good in that. But, like, he is a terrible fucking Shaggy. Like, I know Matthew Lillard was being kind of a whiny piss baby about it, but, like, they should have just cast Matthew Lillard. But yeah, it's the kind of movie where it's like, you may as well give it one watch, and then never think about it again. But yeah, Spyro. Alright, I'm just gonna go off original trilogy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Who's a good substitute for Tom Kenny?
Nah, I was too early on that one.
I'm gonna say Hunter can be played by Owen Wilson.
I can definitely see that, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, bro, you gotta die.
Nasty Nork.
Oh, so Nasty Nork is your villain.
I'm not even thinking about like the structure of a movie. I'm just like going through the main characters of the original
You're just going
trilogy
through the cast,
and
right?
like giving them Hollywood actors.
Right. Do you have a Spyro yet?
No,
Ah.
because like it's a similar thing
With Cortex?
with well
Me.
it's mostly like who can I pick that would be better at Spyro than Tom Kenny? Probably no one.
I had a lapse in concentration for 1 second, and that's when I pulled up.
You know what? Like, the Legend of Spyro's main failing is that, like, the writing is all grim, dark, and uber serious and doesn't have a lot of levity. But Elijah Wood can pull off a funny, like, fun version of Spyro. So he can still be Spyro.
I'll give you that. He can stay.
Yeah. Like Elijah Wood doing, like, the kind of shit he does in Dirk Gently, as opposed to, like, just being Frodo again, but this time a purple dragon. Sparks doesn't talk. He just buzz noises. So I guess if anyone, that's also Frank Welker. The only other real character like that actually has any kind of consequence in Spyro 1 is Nasty Nork.
Sure.
So,
What about the dragon says, thank you for releasing me, Spyro?
do you mean all 20 of them?
Yep. No, I can tell you right now my favorite, say that one. Dragon dialogue in Spyro 1.
Yeah.
It's the one, it's the guy in, I think it's the fourth world. The third world. And he's like, thanks for releasing me, Spyro.
There's dragons living in the third world?
Okay, well, he goes, thanks for releasing me. You have no idea how long I was stuck there, and neither do I. Who are you?
Ever since you were a little dragon, we've always known.
Known what?
I forget.
Man, Insomniac is good with dialogue.
Yeah.
Okay, this seems like a lost cause already. 1 versus 8?
You know,
I like those odds.
Because you know how like Spyro and Crash just sort of became inseparably linked in the pop culture mindset. I'm kind of surprised that never happened to like Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter. Because like that's
happened.
I mean, not to nowhere near the same extent though.
I know that there's a point in one of the games where Clank does the Daxter dance.
I mean, yeah, but like, did they have Game Boy crossovers or like people being like, well, if you've remade one, you have to remake the other? Like the Spyro Crash rule?
I think it's just because like those games are very different, whereas
I don't know, like no more different than like Crash and Spyro already are. Like you've got a 3D but mostly linear platformer versus a more open world collectathon platformer. And then Jak and Daxter is like, you got the cool guy and his like wacky sidekick who sits on his shoulder / back and they shoot guns in this weird fantasy world. Anyway, that whole tangent was me giving myself time to think of a nasty knock.
I let you do it.
And I didn't think of one.
Didn't you already give a nasty knock?
No.
Oh, that's right. You said the word nasty knock, and I was like, oh, you're using nasty knock.
Yeah. All right. Elijah Wood is Spyro. Owen Wilson is Hunter. Fucking. Who can be Nasty Nog?
Are you which version of Nasty Knock are you using?
The remake one where it's like
simple. He's like simple.
No, like he's still an imposing threat, but he's also like kind of a doughy loser.
Thought I could clutch that.
Like, it needs to be someone who can be like a good Act 1 villain.
Oh yeah.
You know? Like, threatening enough for the beginning of the story, but then like also not anywhere near like main antagonist level threat.
Ben Mendelsohn.
Actually, like, I see him more as a Ripto.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Because
I
like
guess I can see that as well.
I know you're thinking of Ben Mendelsohn like Captain Marvel, but my brain goes to Rogue One, and he's a lot more imposing there.
I suppose.
Like he still has his like tantrum moments, but so does Ripto, so I think that
Sure.
works.
We'll get the guy who played Hux.
Donald Gleason.
Donald Gleason, yeah.
Yeah. And then get Brendan Gleeson to be Nasty Knock. I keep feeling like The Rock could be someone, but I can't think who.
Sorceress. He's done Tooth Fairy. Oh, okay, sorry.
Hmm. We'll come back to Nasty North.
Sure.
Elora.
Ooh. Okay, I'm doing well. Of course the shield went up. And then I don't do well. Damn it. Damn it. Get the shield down. Put the shield down. No. Oh, come on. God damn it.
You know who I could see doing Elora?
Who's that?
Alison Brie.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Yeah. And there's the professor.
Professor, huh?
Billy West.
Christopher Lloyd.
Actually, yeah, I could see that. That's basically everyone important from Spyro 2.
We want Moneybags.
Oh yeah, Moneybags. That fucker.
You can't forget Moneybags.
I want to forget Moneybags.
Moneybags is the arsehole character that gets a redemption arc, but then dies as a result.
He doesn't though.
No, but that's his role in the movie though. Like,
oh right.
he's Carl Urban's character in Ragnarok.
Stephen Fry.
Stephen,
for
yes.
Moneybags.
Oh, that's perfect. That's amazing. So, Spyro 3, who is there?
It's basically just the other playable characters in Spyro 3, so... Sheila the Kangaroo, Bentley the Yeti, Sergeant Bird and Agent 9, and Sorceress and Bianca.
Wait, I think you're missing someone from Spyro 2.
Who am I missing?
Who's the person who says trouble with the trolley, eh?
That's just some fucker in Breeze Harbor. Can't remember his name.
That's gotta be like an Easter egg character that shows up for one scene just to be there for the movie.
I'm just imagining like you get like that's the biggest name in the entire movie.
Oh yeah. That's the Patrick Stewart is poop character.
Or like Brad Pitt in Deadpool 2. Alright, well, we need another Australian for Sheila.
Yeah. You don't want to choose Margot Robbie again?
Well, she could do it, but...
There's other Australian
Yeah.
actresses. I can't think of any, but they exist.
I mean, she's basically just another, Margot Robbie, but, Samara Weaving.
Oh yeah. What's she been in?
She's going to be, Bill's daughter in Bill and Ted 3.
Ah.
And she was in that, I think it's called Hide and Seek.
Oh, yeah.
The horror movie where she's like the fiance and is like, oh, by the way, my rich family like do blood sports, so.
Oh, she's not the one that they're hunting?
No, she is.
Okay, she's the one hunting.
Yeah. She's also Hugo Weaving's niece.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
They must be related. They must be related in some way.
Yeah.
Alright. This is the closest I've been so far, and as soon as I say that.
So we'll say Samara Weaving
Sheila.
for Sheila. Bentley the Yeti. We need another, like, eloquent British voice. Maybe that could be like a Patrick Stewart or Ian McKellen type. No, he's not eloquent. He's more... He's like well-spoken, but he has a Cockney accent, so...
Ah, Danny Dyer. Oh, no! Okay, this is close. Dang it!
And there's Sergeant Bird and Agent 9.
Agent 9 is the...
He's the monkey with the space laser.
Okay.
And Sergeant Bird's the penguin with the rockets, yeah.
Jeez.
Sergeant Bird is Benedict Cumberbatch, just so he's forced to say penguin again.
And Agent 9... Hugh Laurie.
Nah, he's like, annoying fast talker type.
Ah. Charlie Day.
Yeah, Charlie Day could do Agent 9. Sorceress is the only real... Oh no, and Bianca.
Oh, Bianca, yeah. Remind me who Bianca is again?
She's the rabbit who's like the sorceress's apprentice, and then she ends up banging Hunter.
Ah.
I think I could see like Imelda Staunton or someone like that kind of character playing sorceress.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Oh, come on. Oh, that was awful. Christ. So you're just trying to get Bianca now?
Yeah, just Bianca left. I know a couple of them were joke answers, but fuck it.
Let's get God, what's her name?
What have they been in?
I'm trying to even put a face to it at this point. Get like a Kate McKinnon.
I don't know. I've always been kind of lukewarm on Kate McKinnon, to be honest.
Wow.
It's because she's gay, and I don't approve of that.
You know you set up the mic, right?
Nah. She just... Like, I've definitely seen her do stuff and be funny, but, like... I don't know. Like, yesterday, she was in as, like, the guy's manager when he becomes big, and, like, she was playing a more exaggerated person than anyone else was, and it kind of took me out of the movie whenever she was on screen.
I see. I think it's just the movie choices.
Ironically, I had the same problem with her in Ghostbusters, but, like, that worked more because I wanted someone in Ghostbusters to at least be funny. I don't know. I don't hate her, but I'm never excited to find out that Kate McKinnon's in something, you know.
Ah, great.
Now die. There is no meme. Die.